Okay, so our next presenters will be presenting on Moodle for the visually impaired from Vancouver Community College, and it's Karen Belfer and Karan Lee.
What we're going to be presenting is on a project that we engage with the visually impaired department at Vancouver Community College. The visually impaired department at Vancouver Community College started in 1981. They have about 26 FTE, so about 100 students go through every year. Same as Chad commented, it has two main purposes. One is to help people learn how to use technology and use accessible technologies and learn how to use them effectively, and the other one is job readiness. They use Moodle a lot to show their students how to use Microsoft Office products. And they created this Moodle shell to teach their students how to use Windows 7. The department head of the visually impaired program called me and said that they were having a lot of accessibility issues with Moodle, and they wanted to see if we could fix some of them. So she called me into her area. She's been trying to get a hold of me for a while, and she said, look, we can't access this. It's very difficult for us to work with Moodle. Our students are struggling with it. Can we do something about it? And this is the way it looks. For those that know Moodle, this is the way the course looks. As you can see, there's blocks everywhere. The information is right there. So it's very interesting to try to understand how somebody's seeing something or hearing something until you put yourselves in their position. So I'm going to ask you for 2 seconds to close your eyes, and I'm going to show you how a visually impaired person actually hears what that Moodle course looks or sounds like. Okay? So what happened? We're loading JAWS. That's the software that the visually impaired program uses to navigate and work with the computers. And I'm going to show you, it's still loading. No, that's okay. There?
JAWS for Windows is ready. Activate.
No, that's good.
Course:\Introduction to Windows 7 Mozilla Firefox. Course:\Introduction to Windows 7 same page link.
Okay.
F5. Course.
Let me just try to connect to wire. Okay, can we connect directly?
F5.
Let me explain a little bit of what's happening while we launch JAWS. For those that use JAWS, the JAWS reads everything in the screen from the top down. From top down.
Course:\Introduction to Windows 7 Mozilla Firefox. Escape.
Okay. Go ahead.
F5. Page has 36 headings and 100 links. Graphic Moodle. Heading level 2 you are here http://doodle.vcc.co/course/view.php ID equals 1182 and SESP equals 80s LGZB7C and switch role equals 5.
Okay, that's a short version just telling you what page you're in. But actually, before you can even get into your content, it's going to be read from top to bottom, left to right. It's going to tell you how many links you have, how many blocks you have, and it's going to start reading every single link, every single word in your page. For the students to get to the content, which is in the middle of the screen, there's 121 links. Even though, as Chad mentioned, there's control options that you can go to the text, every single link in that course has to be properly headed and tagged for the reader to be able to jump to those places. The other very important thing is that before the students can even access the course, they had to hear what was on that page. And listening to what was on that page took about 5 minutes. So if you see Moodle and you kind of have a level of common sense, you would say, well, take all the blocks in the left so they can go directly to the course content. And that's the easy way of improving accessibility. But really what I did is I assigned the project to Caron and say, put JAWS on your computer and get this course to be more accessible. For 2 months, you could see Caron sitting on her desk with a head of headphones and listen to the course over and over again, trying to make it more accessible. And I will let her tell you more about her experience, what she did, how she fixed it, and work very closely with the department to try to understand that what their needs were and how to make this a better course for their students.
Thank you, Karen. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how the course looked like before
Course
I
colon
made...
escape.
Sorry. This is the course as it is. I'm going to just switch off JAWS. Okay.
Dot.
Okay. So this is how it looks like before we made changes. So as you can see, there's a lot of blocks left, right, everywhere. There's even a YouTube video, which is really not very accessible. So one of the first things I did was I took a look at the blocks and I removed any blocks that were non-essential. So in this version of the course, this is the finished product. As you can see, most of the blocks are gone, except for the ones that we thought were essential for this particular course. So JAWS, doesn't have to go through all the links and read everything. The next thing that was most important, you don't really see it here, but originally a lot of the reading like the reading links here. These were all in Word documents. So in Moodle, if you have a Word document, when you click on it, it pops up a window and your computer will open up Microsoft Word. I found that was not very accessible because not only it's an extra click for the students, but it takes a while to load depending on your computer speed. So what I did is I changed all the Word documents into the web pages, as you can see here. So that was one of the first things we did. And in keeping with that, what I did was I kept as many pop-ups as possible. We wanted more pop-ups. For that reason, it's easier when you're putting in JAWS for a student to close a window than to navigate in the same window using the back buttons. Because it's very easy for the student to go back too far or go forward too far and lose their Moodle and have to log in all over again. I don't know if you can see. The next thing we did was the start here section here. All this in week 0. And also week 1, which is basically an introduction, to any shortcuts to JAWS and Zoom text, and how to, submit your assignments, how to get help, with the college. And because that's very common to all courses, we decided to move that completely out of this course and into a new course shell. As you can see here. So this is a completely new course where we put all the introduction material. So back here you see 0 week, and then it goes first week, second week, as you go down. We decided to get rid of that labeling and just use 1, 2, or 3. So as in here, as you can see here. And that way it's easier because JAWS goes by headings. So it's easier if you press number 2, then you know, okay, you're in the second week, and all the resources in that second week is going to show up for the user. Okay. And another thing we did was the assignments. Originally, all the assignments were in Microsoft Word format. And so and any activities. So anytime that a student needed to do anything, then they would basically have to, again, use a pop-up. So as many assignments as we could, we made them into assignment activities so that either it's an online text or they can upload a file. Certain activities, we could not change that for the reason as being with a computer course, they actually need to do stuff on the computer, so it was easier for them to type it into a Word document. And finally, one of the biggest things we did, I'm just going to go to week 2, sorry. As you can see in this section here, these are textbook readings, and so they're basically, each link will I'll just show you here. Okay. So in here, it will basically pop up a new page. So to make it easier, what we did was we made a website. Here. So we made a readings website, and we put all the readings for that week within that site. And then what we did was, and then all it does is when you click on it, it pops up a new window. So again, we're just working with all the pop-ups. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to demonstrate how JAWS sounds like with the new course. Get it working. Sorry.
Course :vi-introduction to Windows 7 Mozilla Firefox escape.
So if I can just get you to close your eyes and imagine that you're a visually impaired person and going through this course. I'm hoping that JAWS works the way it is, so here we go.
F5.
I don't know how this is not working. Sorry.
Page has 36 headings and 100 links. Course :vi-introduction to Windows 7 same page link skip to main content. Graphic Moodle. Heading level 2 you are here list of 2 items visited link my courses /vi-Windows 7b list and return to my normal role button you are logged in as link Caroline L : student left parent link return to my normal role right parent. Heading level 2 topic outline summary : layout table. Table with 3 columns and 28 rows heading escape.
All right, so as you can experience how it just goes through every single link, there's, I know we didn't go through the course itself, but you can see there's a lot less content on this new page as is. Okay, that's it. Thank you. They would have to contact me for access. Yeah, so they can contact Yale support at vcc.ca.
Sorry, I didn't totally hear that
The
question.
option of the reader.
No, not on this game.
Right.
No, we did not for that.
So the question was referring to the previous presentation, which showed a Moodle setting that could make it available for a screen reader, and I think we've realized the benefit of having a showcase where multiple people come together.
I just want to say that maybe also one of the advantages is that after you go through the exercise of creating a template that it's accessible, you have already the template. So any courses that get developed can be using that template instead of falling back on the old patterns of keeping all your blogs and the links. Just didn't work for the first example, but when I sat there with the department head, let me tell you, in that page we had 1,531 links. Now the website only has something about, what did it say, 72. So it even makes it to the student more manageable than having to go through 1,500 links. Any other questions? No? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen and Kara. Now we're moving on.